Hey everyone, it's Declan here from Central YMCA in London. It is Wednesday, I believe it is, I think the 6th of October, but all the days seem to be blending into one. So I hope you're all keeping safe and well during this time. And today I am going to do a little bit of a strength training session, and I'm going to focus mostly on kind of upper body, predominantly kind of shoulder area, triceps, back of the arm, biceps, and we'll do a little bit of lower body, but predominantly upper body. So wherever you are, whether you're at home or anywhere else, if you have some hand weights, sort of light to moderate ones handy, if you don't have hand weights, don't worry about it. You can use your body weight. If you've got some water bottles that are easy to grip onto, you can hold 2 of those. So just anything that you've got really that could serve as some resistance really to work with to strengthen the muscles that we're going to work on. Make sure you've got plenty of space around you as well, please, and wear comfortable clothing, sort of loose-fitting clothing, comfortable shoes as well. And the other thing we're going to need, I have a ball. If you don't have a ball, then it's fine. Again, you could just use an orange, an apple, a lemon, some fruit. It's all going to make sense at some point in a little bit. And any injuries you have, listen for any modifications as well, any shoulder issues, do be careful, please. Don't overdo things, but we'll get started. So I'm going to just bring my equipment into the center of the room. Just a reminder, please, when you put your equipment down to the safety, keep the abdominal muscles drawing in tight, bend your knees, and deadlift down to the floor. All right, so always make sure that you are keeping your spine lengthened and you've got some core connection, and then you push up. So always practice that deadlift move. We may do some later on, actually, now that I've done the first one. As always, a little bit of a warm-up, just depending on where you are, whether it's cold outside, etc., etc. So a few seconds here, please, just to stand nice and tall. Get a sense of the posture. So I want the spine to be lengthened, the shoulders to be relaxed. The only area that needs to be a little bit tight is around the navel. So imagine you have a corset wrapped around the upper body, drawing everything in. Make sure the weight is distributed evenly through both feet, so you're not leaning to your right side or leaning to your left side. Be as tall as you can, almost like mountain pose in yoga, so really strong. Get a sense of the shoulder blades starting to relax, the chin is parallel to the floor, your eye lines forward, and just soften the face here a little bit. And then from here, start to roll the shoulders a little bit for me, just a few times back, and then a few times forward, just to loosen everything up, and get a sense of mobility in the shoulders. If you want to make this movement a little bit bigger, you may place your fingers here and just do some gentle shoulder rolls, almost like butterfly wings, forwards and then back a few times. Keep your chin parallel to the floor, but just loosen up the shoulder area as much as you feel fit, and then release. From here, start to reach one arm up, and then you just alternate. So just getting a sense of movement through the shoulder blades. You're not hunching the shoulders up, you're just allowing them to start moving gently. So any shoulder injuries, if it's too much taking the arm overhead, you can just take the arm to shoulder height if you like. That height is just as good. So whatever works for you today, work with where you are. So any injuries, reduce the range of movement, and then just release. From here, palms together, and then just open and close the arms. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Breathing, nice and easy, nice and gentle. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Shake out the hips a little bit here. Just do a little bit of a hip mobility movement here. Maybe just lean forward a little bit, side to side, and release. And then just start to march it on the spot. Give your fingers a little bit of a shake out. Move your wrists a little bit here as well. Just get the smaller joints to wake up. We sometimes forget that they're around. So just kind of really move your fingers here a little bit. Thumbs, small fingers, little fingers, anything you've got, just move them. Shake out those hands. And then interlock your fingers, stand tall, and just start to rock the baby, as I call it. So palms face down, and then as at the top, palms come back and they face up. So you're kind of rotating palms down, and then palms up, and just getting that mobility through your shoulders again. It's just a nice way of loosening up the shoulder area. For many of us, we kind of carry tension there a lot of the time. So just loosen, be conscious now of what's happening around the shoulder blades. Do a couple of more here, and then just release. And then rotate around side to side here. Just nice floppy body almost, still keeping tight through the navel, but just gently allowing your spine to move a little bit here. And just breathing, keeping it nice and steady, nice and relaxed. Lovely work. Shake everything out. All right. So that's kind of mobilized the body. We've got a little bit more of a warm-up to go. So just nice and easy now, just tap your feet out here, just to get the heart rate up a little bit. So I'm conscious I can't see where you are. Some of you might be in your lounges, some of you might be in the bedrooms, the living room, kitchens. But just be conscious of space. If you want to have some music in the background as we do it, perfect, go for it. Anything to lift the mood. Just gently tap the leg out, out. Then we're going to take it to a tap back. So here's your change. Tap it back, tap it back. Arms can reach forward. And again, you can do both arms, or you can do one arm if you like. Just nice and easy, just tap the legs back, or you can alternate those arms. So whatever feels good for you, just do that. This is all about just getting the heart rate up a little bit and getting the body warmed up. For 3, particularly the upper body, for 2, and for 1. Shake it out, lovely work. From here, hands on your hips, heel to bum. Nice and easy, body weight shifting side to side. If your balance doesn't feel 100% today, you're welcome to hold on to a chair, stable chair, or a kitchen sink, and just do that movement. It's just getting our knees to move a little bit, and getting stiffness to hopefully start to go. And you can take the leg as high as you feel comfortable. It's not about the heel hitting the bottom, just wherever your body feels safe today, take it there. And then march it out for me again. And shoulder roll again here a few times. Consciously now feel, hopefully they're feeling a little bit looser. And then just release. Shake everything out. So when you do a warm-up, it could be that you don't have to do a warm-up like I've done it. You could go out for a walk and do a 10-minute short walk around the block and then come in and do the workout. So you can always modify the warm-up as long as you've got the body moving. So we're going to move straight into the first exercise now. So again, remember the options. You don't have to use weights. You can just use your body weight to start with. So we're going to do the upright row, which works the upper back shoulder area. So I'm going to pick up my weights, and again, I'm not just going to slouch, I'm going to bend my knees, suck the navel in, and then pick up my weights. So from here, you're going to stand nice and tall, look forward, drop the chin, and then just lift up and lower down. So again, think of the letter W here. As you pull up, just bring the weights to about breastbone height. You're allowing the elbows to lead, so moving through that shoulder area. There's no hunching the shoulders. So what I don't want to see is this kind of hunching up, allowing the shoulders to sit around the ears. Just be mindful of that. I'm going to move a little closer to the camera so you can see me move a little easier. It's a bit better. Still standing tall. Okay, we're going to change this now to single arm here. So again, you can modify this as you need to. Elbow leads, you lift up. You lift up. This is just a nice way of also challenging the less dominant side of the body. So if you are right-handed, normally the left side tends to be just moderately weaker, because we don't always use that side of the body as much. So we're just challenging that now by doing single arm. Just do one more, please, on each side. and then just release. Roll the shoulders again, loosen up. So upright rows. Next move for shoulders, we're going to take it to a lateral raise. So feet slightly wider than your hips, chest up, and then lower down. So think of palms facing down, almost like the wings of a bird. We're not throwing the arms up, we're keeping that move controlled. Keep the chin dropping down slightly, so you're not hyperextending your neck. Again, we're going to change now and do single arm, and we're going to alternate, yeah? So again, that same feeling of, okay, this feels different. Might feel mildly uncomfortable, and remember, if you have an injury, for example, on the right shoulder, just stick to doing the left one, or just avoid using any resistance. So no weights, no water bottles, just do the movement without. Let's do 3 more together now, please. For 3, for 2, keep the shoulders relaxed, and for 1, and then release. Shoulder roll out. Okay, the last one now, before we have a short break, frontal raise to work the front of the shoulder and a little bit of the chest. We're going to lift forward, we're going to lower down. Lift forward and lower down. So from the side, that's the move. Palms face down, spine is neutral. Remember, you're not throwing or pushing through your lower back. So the lower back remains neutral and still. We're going to do single arm here now, so I'm just going to lift up and then lower down. Just a nice way of getting that shoulder area to move. Let's do 3 more together. You've got 3, you lower down, 2, you lower down, and 1, and then you release. Bend your knees, suck your navel in, hinge from your hips, place your weights on the floor, out of the way. So again, you saw how careful I was when I was bending down. What I mean by that is people often, when they've hurt their lower backs, it's because they've kind of done this. They've rounded, yeah? You need to really think about knees soft and hinging from your hips to pick anything up off the floor, okay? So, we spoke earlier about having, if you have a ball, could be a tennis ball, could be, if you have a dog, could be your dog's ball, it could be a bigger one, or it could just be a lemon, or an apple or a piece of fruit. Just a bit of coordination now, a little bit of reaction time, speed, a little bit of fun. So if you've got a blank wall around you, if you've got a ball, just start off by sort of throwing the ball around. You can move side to side here if you like. Yeah. If you've got a tennis ball or a big ball, you can dribble a little bit, maybe just throw it down or just move. So put your fingers out, a little bit of cardio. And again, we're just kind of rewarming the body up a little bit. Shuffling back. And again, if you've got a blank wall, maybe just throw it to the wall and catch. Bend the knees, move side to side, just get you doing something different, something to get the heart rate up, a little bit of fun. And again, if that gets too much, just dribbling. If you've got apples or anything like that, and because they don't bounce, I just want you to keep throwing up and catching, kind of throw up and catch. You've got those options, yeah? Main thing is you can move side to side, and then release. Excellent. If you're holding onto a ball or an apple or a lemon or whatever you've got, hold the arms out, and we're going to pass side to side and just allow the arms to open out. So again, just getting a little bit of mobility for the shoulders. Make sure your fingers are spread. So from the side, you can see I'm literally just passing the ball side to side. If it's too much for the shoulders, holding them so high, you can drop them down a little bit and just hold them down here, but just focus on passing. So kind of practicing your grip strength. So have a little bit of a squeeze of whatever you're doing it with, apple, orange. Feel your fingers working there, working the grip strength. For 3, breathing. For 2, last 1. and then release. Shake out the hips, loosen up. I'm going to place everything down now, so if you have a ball, bend your knees, place it on the floor. Picking up your weights again if you have them, or if you're using water bottles or cans of food. So bend the knees, pick up. Come back to your posture now, please. So stand tall. Re-engage abdominals if you've lost it. Before we had that short break with the ball, we did some frontal and lateral raises. We're going to combine those two now. So have a look. Soft knees, chest up. You do a lateral raise, and we do a frontal raise. We do lateral, and we do frontal. And again, you have the option here. You can do a single arm frontal, single arm lateral, and then you swap over to the other arm, frontal, and then lateral. So let's keep doing single arm here, if you like. Just changing that move a little bit now. So again, challenging that less dominant side of the body. Forward, side, forward, side. Now let's do them together again. Lateral, frontal, lateral, frontal. One more, lateral and frontal. Excellent. Shake it out. Roll out the shoulders. Shake out the legs a little bit here if they're feeling a little bit tense. Shoulder press. Now have a look. I would like you to have one leg forward, one leg back. You can see how the back foot is lifting off the floor. You're going to hold the dumbbells, or whatever you've got, into the body so the elbows are bent. Soft knees, yeah, strong abdominal muscles. We're going to start with just literally straightening the legs and then pushing slightly forward and up, and then lowering down. So forward and up, lowering down. So slightly ahead, and then release, slightly ahead, and then release. Now from here, you can keep the back foot on the floor and just keep doing this. Or if you want to challenge your balance, lift, release. So the back foot comes off the floor, reach, lower. Reach, squeeze your butt up as the back leg lifts off the floor, reach, lower. So from the front, let me just show you. Lower, reach, lower. Two more please. Lift, balancing on one leg for a split second, and then release. Now what I'd like you to do is swap the legs, please. So take the other leg behind, and take the other leg forward. Soften your knees. This time around, we did narrow, we're going to go wide. So elbows are parallel to the floor. If this is uncomfortable on your shoulders, you're welcome to repeat the narrow one instead. We start with soft knees, strong core, abdominals tight. We reach up, we lower down. Reach up, slightly forward and above us. Working the top of the shoulders now. Just getting some strength work through there. We breathe, we're not holding our breath. Now you can keep the back foot on the floor, or you can lift, lower down. Lift, lower down. So again, you've got that short little bit of balance here. Breathe, release. Breathe, release. 3 more. Lovely work, everyone. 2 more. You've got this. And 1 more. And release down. Shoulder roll out. Loosen up the neck. Turn your head side to side. Just to get a sense of relaxation through the body. And release. So we did shoulder press there. Anything that's reaching above the head. If you do have any shoulder injuries, maybe just practice without weights first or any resistance and work towards that. All right, so just be mindful of that. We're going to do rotator cuff move now. So this is really good to strengthen the rotator cuff muscle, which is kind of like a capsule-like muscle that surrounds the shoulder joint. Obviously, if you have any injuries, please make sure you've spoken to your doctor or your physio before you embark on doing this one. Otherwise, stand tall. Now, elbows into the side of the body. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to open out, come back in, and we're going to alternate. So you can see I'm not twisting my spine. I'm taking the arm out and in, out and in. So you can see how my elbow is staying fixed into the side of the body. All right, so imagine you had a rolled up newspaper under each arm and you didn't want to drop it. So it's just a gentle rotator cuff exercise. So you take the forearm out as far as you can, keep the wrists strong. You've got 3 more, lovely work, 2 more, and 1 more, and then just release. So I'm going to move into the camera just so you've got a sense of that. I'm going to actually bend my knees and place my weights on the floor. So you can see how all I did there was just that movement. It's quite a small range of movement, yeah? So it's not about kind of twisting the body with it. It's just the forearm. That's as far as I can go. Some people might be able to go a little further if they've got extra mobility, flexibility around the shoulder joint. Go with where is safe for you, not about competing with anyone else. So that's my range. Can't really go any further. If I do, my hip starts to want to twist and we're not moving our hips here. So just be mindful of that. That's a really nice one just to get the rotator cuff exercising and moving. All right, lovely work. Last one for our upper back shoulders. We're going to bend the knees, pick our weights up. From here, we're going to have a slight lean forward. We're going to have 1 leg forward, 1 leg back. We're going to keep the lower back lengthened, and we're simply going to do a low row. So you can see how my elbows are brushing my rib cage slightly, but I'm squeezing shoulder blades together here. Keep looking forward, avoid looking towards the floor, because as soon as you do that, you tend to want to kind of round and hunch. You really want to keep the upper body strong. So you've got 4 more, squeeze, 3 more. This is a really good one to do if you spend a lot of time writing or sitting at a desk. 2 more, and 1 more. So I'm going to repeat that now, facing frontwards, so you can see from a different angle. Slight lean forward, front knee is bent. Arms here, you pull in. But we're not hyperextending our neck, so drop the chin slightly and keep the eye line fixed forward. For 3. Good work, everyone. 2 and 1. Change legs, take the other leg forward, other leg back. Find your balance, bend your front knee, back heel off the floor, lean forward. We're going to lift up again now. So slight variation on the upright row. We've got more of a hinge forward now, palms facing towards you. And we're just still doing a little bit of a high row here. Elbows lead. You got 3 more. Then we're going to do alternating arms. 2 more. And 1 more. Let's change now. Alternate. We've got 6, alternate to the other arm, 5. You got 4, slightly forward, 3, excellent work everyone, 2, and 1. And then just release, step in the foot, feet. Shoulder on out, and release. Excellent. So, we've kind of worked the shoulders here a lot. We've worked the upper back area, mid back area. And so we said at the beginning that this workout was predominantly going to work out shoulder area, an area that sometimes can feel quite tight for people. So we're going to do an exercise called the Woodchopper. Now, you don't have to use weights for this. You can also use a ball if you like. It's absolutely fine, or an orange, or whatever you've got. I'm going to use the ball for this. So I'm going to bend the knees, pick up my ball, and then I'm going to deadlift the ball down, okay? So the Woodchopper is in one of the previous workouts that I've done on the YouTube channel. I think it's on one of the strength training or circuit training ones. So do have a look at those if you haven't seen them. Stand tall. We're going to do the move fairly slowly to start. We're going to reach side and up. And then as we come down, we're going to bend our knees and we're just going to tap to the floor. And then we're going to reach up to the side. So it's kind of a little bit of mobility for your spine, for your rib cage. Side reach, tap to the floor. Bend the knees, lift up, and tap. Lift up, and tap. Let's do 2 more on the side, and then 1 more. Now, come back to the center, realign. Re-engage tummy, we're going to go to the other side. So we're going to reach side, and then we're going to tap down. We're going to reach side, and we're going to tap down. So it's kind of getting some movement through your spine, bit of rotation. You breathe through the movement, please. Tap. You breathe for 3. Tap. Reach for 2. Tap, last one up, and then release. Excellent work. So that was a kind of a rotation to reach up, and then as you bend the knees, you just sort of tap down. But you can go as slow as you need to avoid any dizziness. If you find that makes you dizzy, slow it down, have some water. So don't overdo the movement, don't kind of go too fast. It's just a really nice way of getting some rotation and working the shoulders. Last little movement to do, stand tall. So again, all I want you to do now, we did this one earlier, where we just kind of went side to side. You're welcome to repeat that, just to get some shoulder mobility and to get the chest moving. Otherwise, we're going to reach the arms up, and we're going to bring it down in a circle, and we're going to pass the ball at the top and at the bottom. Just be conscious of the low ceiling if you do it, especially if you're tall. And then we're going to change direction with the arms. We're going to pass the ball the other way. So remember, you can always repeat the earlier one, but again, this is just getting some mobility around the shoulders. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. Breathe. Nice and easy for 3. For 2, let's change direction with the arms. Let's just do 1 more and release. Bend the knees, pop the ball down. Fantastic. So we've done almost 30 minutes of just working shoulder area, front of shoulder, back of shoulder, kind of upper back area. So I hope that was useful. I hope it's giving you a sense of kind of perhaps less tension around that area. Let's just do a little bit of a stretch, please. So stand tall. You can do these seated if you prefer. Keep the abdominals drawing in. Take one arm across, gently draw in and hold. So just keep that there, nice and easy. Don't overdo it. Don't force the stretches. Just gently allow them to happen. So I'll just move in a little closer to the camera so you can see. Fingers are spread out. And then you release. Take the other arm, cross it over your breastbone, slight angle, and then just draw in. You should feel that through the side of the shoulders. Breathe. And then gently release that down. Shoulder roll out. From here, option 1, cross the elbows, hold on to the shoulders. Now from the side, you can give yourself a hug. And kind of just look towards the floor and round. So the elbows are drawing down towards the floor here, but again, you're not straining. Just feel the upper back shoulders opening, breathe into it. And then just release, stand tall, release the arms. Check them out, check out your wrists, your fingers. Option 2, interlock your fingers. Round the upper back shoulders, feel the stretch through the upper back. You can have the palms facing out or in. Hold that there and breathe for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then just release out. Check everything out. triceps, back of the arms. Take one arm up, bring it over and behind. Hold on, either from the top like this. If that's not possible, you can come up from the front and just gently push back, or you can just hold it here and support, all right? So you've got those modifications. Feel the back of the arm stretching. It's a nice one to do. Just gives the tricep area a little bit of a stretch. Breathe, don't hold your breath. And then just gently release. Take the other arm up, drop. Same thing, just give those triceps a really good stretch. Chin will drop slightly, breathe into it. And then release the arm. Shoulder roll out, turn your head side to side, loosen up your neck a little bit. And then just release, shake everything out. Take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up. Just gently lean to the side, and then the other side. You can do this a few times. If the arms overhead is uncomfortable, just keep the arms down and just flex to the side. It's just a lovely way of releasing after you've worked really hard. And then breathe. Shake everything out. Lovely work, everyone. So that was just over 30 minutes. I hope that was useful and helpful, just to kind of work the areas that we spoke about here. Remember, if you go to the Central YMCA YouTube page, you click on playlists, there's about, God, it must be close to about 70, maybe more now, different workouts. There's Zumba Gold, floor-based stretching mobility, some chair-based Pilates, chair-based stretching, strength training, just various different workouts. So do have a look. Thank you to everyone who's been watching, sharing, liking, and commenting. It's been really lovely to see people in the States, in Australia, New Zealand watching. I'm ever so grateful. Thank you for supporting the charity during this time. There is a link below that you can click on if you do want to make a small donation. Anything will help. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe and stay well. And hopefully to my London members, I will see you soon. It's been great to see so many of you coming back, but I'm conscious a lot of you are still a bit wary, and I think that that is always better to play it safe for now and come back when you feel ready. But in the meantime, I'll keep these workouts coming. So yeah, have a lovely Wednesday, everyone. Take care. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.